Okay, here we go. Call to order the special meeting of the City of Aransas Pass City Council, July 29, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. Let's all rise for the invocation and then the Pledge of Allegiance. Donald.
Father, we thank you, Lord, for your many blessings. We thank you for your blessings upon our country and upon our state and upon our community. We just ask, Lord, that you would continue to meet the needs of so many people that are suffering and struggling, especially in our community now. It's very, very difficult times. Bless our council, bless their families, give them wisdom as they conduct the business to represent the voters, we ask in Jesus' name.
Amen. Okay, we do this one first. Okay,
No.
we're going to do the Texas pledge first.
The Texas? It's over here.
No, we do the United States first.
Do the
You
U.S.
have
first.
the U.S. first.
U.S.
Oh,
first.
that one
U.S.
first.
goes first.
Okay.
Can we go around again?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag.
Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
Veterans will be really upset when Texas first.
We're going to go to citizens communications, which I didn't get no papers, so we skip it, right?
That's right.
Okay, we're going to go to action items. It's approve an agreement with HDR Engineers for review assistance for subdivision improvement plans. Brenda Hoya, Director of Planning.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So what you have in front of you is an agreement for development review services. This will go over all our subdivision and improvement plans that are coming in, especially the big development that's coming in on the northwest side of town. You are talking about close to 500 homes, and so when you're talking about the subdivision improvement plans, you're talking about, I'm sorry,
I don't have one.
have one what?
Do you have a deal, you said, paperwork with what you're talking about?
It should have been in your packet, yes.
Oh, it was on the computer?
Is it on the
It's in
computer?
the packet.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the computer?
I can get it for you.
In the computer?
It's
I
on the
just gave my
website.
computer to Jeff.
Yeah, he wants a new one.
What's a new?
Thank you. I just want to know what you're talking about.
Can we do a fundraiser?
Yeah, he's working on it back there on the computer for both you guys.
Okay.
So this agreement is for subdivision improvement plans, which includes all of the infrastructure that would be going in for all these homes. And so that's usually something that a PE engineer reviews. And at the moment, we do not have one at the city, and so this agency would be supplying that service for us.
And I guess will they also review, like say you got a subdivision on the north side of town, will they look at how it's gonna affect the very far south end of town, like as far as drainage?
For this specific plan, it's specifically just for that
Just for that
development.
area.
We are working on a contract further down, probably by Monday you'll get it, and that will encompass the whole city. So it'll
Okay.
be for all the plans that we'll be reviewing.
Okay.
Because this is one to be able to lead that project over there
Yes, sir.
for the home division that's going to go across Allen Samuels, right?
Yes. And we have both of their engineers here. We have Justin De La Rosa and Samuel Saldivar here also if you have any questions for them.
And it's at no cost to the city, it's just added on to the PIP, whatever you call it.
Okay. Okay.
This
Well,
is the one next door to Sherwood Forest?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and it's going to
Did-
get paid for by the what is it, the PIP or whatever that
PID.
thing that we're
PID?
doing?
Did,
Public
uh,
improvement.
The
The PID.
PID, that's right.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Did we do any good at negotiating that water line?
We're still in the process of doing that.
Okay.
That's still being worked on. Thanks for bringing that up, appreciate that.
Well, if there are no other questions, I will make a motion to approve an agreement with HDR Engineers for review assistance for subdivision improvement plans.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, now we're going to go to approve a publicity and tourism agreement between the city and the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce for the use of funds from the hotel occupancy tax.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Rosemary. I'm with the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Haskins, I know you're new, so I'm going to take the opportunity to kind of give a little bit of information about the Chamber and the Visitor Center and what we do before going into the promotion, so you kind of have a good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization. We partner with the city, and we also handle the Visitor Center marketing for the city of Aransas Pass. Our mission is to promote business, tourism, recreation, and economic development, and improve the quality and life of Aransas Pass. That is our mission as a chamber. We are partners of business, organizations, and professionals working together to build a healthy, thriving economy and promote sustainable business growth in Aransas Pass. We advocate for business growth and success at all times. As the city partner, we lead the community initiatives and outreach, establish committees and programs to elevate Aransas Pass, and foster positive relationships with local and regional stakeholders. So this is some of the things that we do as a Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. We do grant writing for public improvements. The most recent ones were the Christmas tree that we were able to purchase with a grant from AEP, and it was $35,000. We also did, Marcy's working, she did the boardwalk to the community park. It's going to be a brand new boardwalk out at the community park. That was a partnership with Bays and Estuaries for $350,000. Right now we are we're trying to get a meeting with the Port of Corpus Christi for the Lighthouse Lake Trails. We have secured almost 100% a $50,000 grant for improvements at Lighthouse Lake Trails right now. We're just trying to get all the estimates done on that. We are also Destination Aransas Pass, the 501c3 nonprofit organization that does improvements in the community. We have a group of volunteers that work there along with the chamber staff and volunteers from the chamber to do projects in the community, not just in downtown but in around the area. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little while. We do city enrichment initiatives, resources, programs that elevate Aransas Pass. We are also Leadership Aransas Pass, so we have a program that we bring in students for each year and teach them about Aransas Pass, and then also part of their graduation is they have to do a community project. We also advocate for local and state federal advocacy, and we are disaster recovery. So when things happen in our community like the hurricane or like COVID or like the big freeze, we pivot and we turn into a community organization that takes intake and outtake of disaster relief. One of the community initiatives that we just recently did, you may have seen, it was the flags on Harrison Boulevard and downtown. We were gifted some flags for the downtown from Dean Thomas, and then we wanted to go even further than that, and we went into Harrison Boulevard. We got a sponsorship from Alan Samuels through Destination Aransas Pass, which is a 501c3, which more businesses are prone to sponsor because it's a 501c3. So we got more flags. I think we bought another 30 flags and 30 more poles, and we ran them down Harrison Boulevard. We got tons of great feedback from that. So we're looking to add 20 more flags come the next holiday, which is it Veterans Day? It's Veterans Day. Yeah, in November. This is Esri. We use this to map the city of Aransas Pass. We create reports like spending and demographics, and all these reports are helpful, and they provide valuable input for future developers or someone who's wanting to look at our community. So we create that information for them when they call or they're looking for something, and give them everything they need to help them make more educated decisions with their investments. This is Destination Aransas Pass, the one I was just telling you about. We organize the annual Downtown Festival, the Saltwater Mardi Gras. It was Party Gras. We have to get out of the habit of saying Party Gras because that belongs to someone else. So we have now trademarked the name Saltwater Mardi Gras, and with that comes a gumbo cook-off, a themed parade, vendors, food trucks, live music, and kids zone. Their mission is to dedicated to enhancing the beauty and quality of life in Aransas Pass through multifaceted approaches that include beautification and community projects. Now, every dollar that goes into Destination Aransas Pass goes back into the community. That is a separate organization. We are the parent for it. We don't take any funds for that. We just do the work for it. That's it. And some of the projects that you'll see as a result of our efforts, we, with the city's support, because the city did help us with this, we funded 16 custom flower plants and the removal of the overgrown landscaping that was there before, with the 12 flower beds. Now, we did pots because when you're in the downtown, you don't realize it, but it's really a lot of work to have plants and underbrush because there is no irrigation there. So right now we have a partnership with Clean Green. It's a little, just a group of ladies who really like to do a lot of good in our town, and they water those plants for us. We give them money to buy plants and redo the pots every quarter, and they literally every day go out and water plants all day long. That's what they do. We couldn't do that without them. And we fund their seasonal flower quarterly. They plant and water, and then we also did the refresh on all the benches that were down there. So we put them in like a bright yellow to kind of look more coastal. And we just recently furnished. We funded all the Welcome Aransas Pass banners that you see on the new poles that the city did. We also, there's some other things that we've done. So we cleaned up this island that you see here. We took all the weeds out of it, put fresh rocks in it before shrimpery last summer, I think. And then the city came in and carved the wood, the dead palm trees that were there. We refreshed city signs in Aransas Pass, and let's see. And we funded new wayfinding signs for the municipal park just this summer. Let's see. And then we also, this summer, before the season started, we soft washed the aquatic center. And this is the sign that you see, kind of like where Popeyes is. We also did that sign. One of the requirements to be able to paint on that sign was an agreement we did with TxDOT way back in, like, I don't know, 2012 maybe, that if we painted it, we had to continue to maintain it. And it lasted for, I think it was 2008, sorry. It lasted a long time, and we just recently funded the refresh on that sign. And we also did, y'all may have seen these, we also did these. We refreshed all of these signs. They were lacking luster, and so we decided that we would also fund the welcome signs. We are looking at possibilities for more welcome signs if we can get the funding for them, because we do have several entrances to Aransas Pass, and some of them are really big entrances that we need to identify as welcome places. These are the new signs that we did at the park. So we have one for the Shrimpery Festival Grounds, and we have the wayfinding sign. Keep in mind that when you do wayfinding, even though we didn't fund it this way, we funded it through Destination Aransas. A wayfinding sign like that can be funded through hotel motel tax money because it's telling people where to go. But we felt like this was really needed. The backside also has wayfinding on it, and we really just fell in love with these signs once we did the creative on them. So we're excited to see them up. Leadership Aransas Pass is our program that I was telling you about, and all the projects they did do in our town. We develop students into ethical, innovative, responsible, civic-minded leaders who contribute positively to Aransas Pass. And like I said, they always have to do a project in order to graduate, and so some of that are some of those examples that you see of their projects. And now we're going to go into the visitor center and what we do as a visitor center. We promote attractions, events, amenities, and lodging in and out of the state to prospective visitors. Through the visitor center itself, here in town, we service about 6,545 visitors, either on the phone or in person, or through the email or inquiries that they do. And according to Travel Texas data, $9.5 billion is spent in direct tourism in Texas, and $3.7 million of that was spent directly in Aransas Pass in 2023. That's an astronomical number. I could barely believe it when I saw that. Tourism. So this is kind of a graph for y'all. It tells you how much the average spending is per person per day when they travel. So a budget person would spend 79, mid-range is 198, and luxury is 497. We took that, we divided it up by 3, and we came up with a conservative number of $258. And if we had 375 people at an event, that would bring in $96,000 in tourism money to our community. This is the sales tax numbers that we received from Sandra. These help us with marketing too. It kind of gives us an idea of where we are with our tourism as well. Right now we only have numbers up to May, so you can see how much it's increased. We don't even have June and July in there, and we're already at 1.7 million. So we're way way over on trend to meet the $3 million that we got last year. And then these are our annual ferry counts. We receive ferry counts for the ferry every month. And it kind of tells us who's going back and forth off the ferry. There are some other numbers that we could pull from in front of HEB through TxDOT, and they're even stronger numbers. But what I'm looking for is not what's coming out of HEB so much as I'm looking for what's coming in and off the ferry, because that helps me get the tourist. So last year at this time we were at 222,000. This year we're at 242,000. And then this is the website, the Visitor Center website. It's already increased significantly this year over last year. It's at 60% increase, with 61,000 more visitors this year than last year to date. This slide tells you how they're looking at us. So this helps us mainly because when we're doing graphics and design, it allows you to create your graphics and design to meet each device. So there's different measurements for different things. You get better views if you take the measurements and make them fit the certain devices that they're using. And these are our top viewing states. Obviously, Texas loves itself. Texas, Illinois, Iowa, California, and Missouri. These are our website analytics from that website. And these are the top viewing cities. And our reports go from July 1st through June 30th. So what you're seeing is July 1st of last year through June 30th of this year. Austin was number 1, Dallas, Corpus Christi, Houston, and San Antonio. And 84.6% of our users are all new users. And these are the top searches that we have on our analytics. It's the shrimpery, obviously. I mean, it's just a massive event. Special events and things to do, always. People are always looking for things to do. We need to be trying to look for more things for them to do to keep them here in Aransas Pass. We know that, we say that every year. Dining, because when they get here, they're starving and they want to eat. And they've already pretty much gotten their place to stay, and they know what they're going to do, and they want you to give them recommendations on where to go eat. Lodging is 4th, and then relocation resources are the 5th top. Again, this is the visitor request. Special community events, water and recreation. Water, beach, access, anything to do with the water is huge here in Aransas Pass. We don't have a lot of those things, so we really need to be trying to look at focusing on like kayak lake trails and expanding that, maybe a little bit of a beach access, and some stuff at the harbor, which I'll talk to you again about. Dining, things to do, directions and maps. You get the winter Texans, they need directions and maps more so than younger people because we use our phones. I like to think I'm still young because I still use my phone. And plus I can't see that well anymore. And lodging. And this is our online visitor partner that we use. It's Go Texas Travel. We got 1,041 requests, again, from July through June. And every one of them receives a reply, a welcome to Aransas Pass reply, and it has 2 links on it. It has the visitor's guide, and it has a guide to Aransas Pass in it. So if they need something, they can get it from those guides, or they can reach out even more or come to the visitor center once they get here. These are the shows that we do. We do Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, and McAllen. We picked up the Dallas show last year. It's the international travel show. It is an amazing show. It is specific to tourists. You have hundreds of tour guides in there and people that book reservations for people, and they're just everywhere and they're looking for places to go and to recommend. And there was a booth there that had several, I guess, that people partner and they go in together because it's pretty expensive. And they're all together, but we stood out. Our booth in Corpus Christi stood out because we were the only 2 singular cities in this area that had our own booth that could focus on just our community. So I really love that show. And these are our billboards that we do. We have one on 59, one on 37, 181. This is the new marketing design that we have for our billboards. You would see them when you come in out of places like Houston or San Antonio. This is the traffic counts for the cars that pass by them. And that's the design we're also using for our website now too. This is our Houston market. Houston is extremely expensive to be in. A simple billboard for inside, because we're kind of on the outside of Houston, but on the inside of Houston could run you $25,000 for 1 month. That's not a lot of time to be on a billboard for people to remember you, for you to be branded. So it's really hard. So we did this, it's called Odyssey. It's the 3rd largest party of data in the country behind Google and Facebook. It's multi-tactic targeting display. We received 452,000 bi-monthly impressions. In the Houston digital on list, we also do, so we do commercials digital, and we do radio in Houston and an audio in Austin with that company. This is our smart campaign. Again, these are online commercials that we do outside the area marketing for channels 3, Cozy TV and Me TV. This is outside of our market, and they give us 117,850 monthly impressions. It's a smart marketing campaign with our commercial. This is KSAT. This is channel 12 in San Antonio, which is kind of like our channel 10. We have received 1,480,000 impressions on the TV, and then 151,000 on our digital streaming campaign with them. This is San Antonio and Austin. This is Jam brand, Jam Broadcasting. This is radio in the Hill Country. So these are all the stations we do around the Hill Country, and the map there will show you kind of like the target area of the Hill Country. And this is our Spectrum Reach. This is also San Antonio and Austin. These are the TV stations that we're on. If you can see the square in the middle, it's the Spectrum News, National Geographic, Travel, Fox News, ESPN, Outdoor, ESPN2, ANI, and CNN. And we also do Weather on the Ones, and we also do Shark Week with them. Shark Week is very popular. I don't know why anybody coming here would want to watch Shark Week, but okay. And then this is our Spectrum Reach campaign. So 468,000 impressions. Those are the outlets that they use, Apple TV. Those are all the different places that people watch TV. And we have a 98% completion rate on all of our commercials that people watch. And let's see, what is this one? So our Spectrum broadcasting is March through May on the North Central Zone, June through July on the Northeast Zone, and August through September on the Northwest Zone. And then there's Shark Week there. And then they give us 4,790 total spots, plus 930 added value, 10 billboards within the San Antonio, Austin area. Those are digital billboards that they put out for us. Here's the Weather on the Ones that I was telling you about. This is the one that we're on. This is a community partnership. Ooh, maybe you want to back. What's that? Yeah, go back. I'm done with that one. What happened to the forward? Yes. Okay. So this is a campaign that we did with Kaylin and Josh from the Candlewood last year. We put together boxes, welcome boxes, and went out to see all of the industries that we could get into. Gave them gift bags and opportunities to stay at the Candlewood at a negotiated rate, and also use the Civic Center. That worked very well. I know for a fact that HEB uses them every year now. This is the second year that they've done it, and they have their regional events here, and they stay in our hotels. So that system works. We just have to keep taking care of those industries. These are our social media Facebook profiles that we have. So we have Hotties on the Harbor, we have the Shrimpery, we have the Chamber, we have Visit Aransas Pass, and we have Destination Aransas Pass. We manage all of those websites. And this is the ad that we did for Shrimpery to market the San Antonio and Austin through KRS 6, so not the local ones, but the ones on the outside. And we received 133,639 Facebook ad impressions through that ad. These are our rack cards. So we currently have Aquatic Center rack card, Aransas Pass Civic Center rack card. We are redesigning the Hotties on the Harbor one for next year. The Shrimpery one, because we're changing the dates significantly on that event. Saltwater Mardi Gras, new name. It's got to have new rack cards. And we're working on one for Lighthouse Lake Trails once we get the improvements done, and one for outdoor recreation and birding. This is our visitor center guide. Again, I was telling you we send this out to everyone. This goes out to all of our visitor centers around Texas. There's 12 of them. It's online. It's also sent out to the Go Travel people, anyone who asks for one, really. And we use them at our trade shows. It's very, very popular. It's bigger than a normal visitor guide, so it stands out. So the welcome centers are calling us constantly for it, just because it's so attractive, because it's so big. Hello. And this is our guide to Aransas Pass. We're super proud of this. Magazine is done in-house. This is our 6th year with this guide. It is also very, very popular. It goes to all of the visitors, the visitor welcome centers in Aransas Pass, anyone who asks for it, relocation. We have a distribution here locally in South Texas where we have someone who goes out and drops them off everywhere, and we print this every year. We refresh it every year and print new ones every year. These are our billboards in the airport. They are digitals. They're in baggage claim. They're 10-second ads, and we're on 4 LED screens, and they alternate between Visit Aransas Pass, the Civic Center, lodging, and the pool. This, because we have such a good partnership, this is an $800 billboard. We have created a new design, and it's going to go on that wall. They added $100 to our spending a month, and we got the whole wall. So that was a good deal for us. We were super proud of that. This is new, so when we went to visit them about that wall, we also saw that they had a rack here. We're also going to be in here with our guide and our visitor guide, the 2 guides, for $75. So I'm going to give you some information on those boards and how much traffic is in that airport. So the Corpus Christi tourism generates $30 million in economic impact. Go to the next slide, Eric. Corpus Christi is ranked 7th large non-hub airport in the U.S. So it's a really good place to go when people are coming and going and waiting for their baggage, and it's economical for us to be there. This is new, so we're super excited about this. This is our new interactive map for the City of Aransas Pass and tourists. So it's going to showcase attractions, and we're still building it right now. Marcy's gotten a good ways through it, but it's got attractions, outdoor recreation, boat and kayak launches, parks, dining, and things to do. We're working on trying to find a grant through the Texas Historical Commission to do historical landmarks in town, which will also be on here. I think there's a video. So this is what it kind of looks like. So you get on the map and you look at things and you're looking for, I don't know what's on there, Mercy, attractions? This is a park, so you're looking for the park. You click on you can search for the park, or you can just click there and it gives you a picture of the park. It'll tell you the address. There's other places you can go, like, what else is on there? There's the aquatic center, so you can see the aquatic center. And we're just loading and loading all these different places in Aransas Pass so that we can share this link with everyone and they can get on there. This is Lighthouse Lake Trails. It gives you kind of a little bit of information about Lighthouse Lake Trails. I think there was one more. Yeah. What else is on? Or if you're looking for something, you can just click it. Like, you want the movies, there's the movies, and then the movie theater will load up with all their information. She's not done yet with that, so we're still working on that. These are all advertising resources that we use. I put together a list for y'all there, and all of those entry points are listed on the bottom for you to see, the 12 entry points that I've been kind of talking about throughout the presentation. Any questions?
Wow.
That's a lot
How
of
much does this cost you a year to do this?
It could cost a lot more, but we're trying to be conservative. Last year it cost us, let's see. Last year it cost us $290,000. Our budget for this year, with the increase on some of this stuff, is $299,000. We're projected to receive $271,000, so we're going to be short. But we're hoping that the hot funds just continue to go up with, the tourists, and that we'll make ends meet somehow. And if we don't, then we can come back. But what we don't want to do is scale back on advertising. We don't want to stop advertising, so we're going to keep trucking along and see how it goes, and reevaluate every quarter and see if we need more. We need more, but if we don't, we don't.
Last year it cost you $299.
It cost us $290,000.
90.
$290,928. This year our budget is going to be $299,826. But we're projected to get $271 based on what we feel like we're going to get from the city right now.
That's all that y'all do.
For marketing.
For the hot tax?
Yes, with that, yes, sir. This is what we're working on right now. We're trying to get a grant through Lowe's. This is the Lowe's entrance of town, where you see the bridge before you go to Rockport or Aransas. There's a split. We are hoping to get this done. This is gonna cost about $100,000, but Lowe's has submitted the hometown grant for us, so we're hoping we get that grant, and if we do, this would be an amazing welcome to Aransas Pass coming in from that side. So we just have our fingers crossed on that one. We haven't heard back. What else did I have? Is that it? Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. I just want to, before I finish, I just wanted to give you all a little bit of information about Lighthouse Lake Trails. We've been visiting there. We have a committee that's been visiting there. It is port property, so we have to work with the port to get things done there. We feel like because it is port property, they will also be good partners of ours, and we can leverage some funds from them. But right now we have the $50,000 because eventually we would like to add to that park and just keep growing it from one side to the other so that we have more amenities for people that come to Aransas Pass, and they're not just driving through here, but they're staying here to do things. And the other thing I thought, well, I always like to take opportunities, maybe a place for people in Calm Brown Harbor, a pavilion, some picnic tables, maybe a splash pad. I think that we do have some great things down there, but I think we need to attract more families down there, and we need to drive more people down there, because when we get people to a place, we can get the stats we need for developers. The more people that are getting there, the more traffic counts we're going to get to those places, and the more we can justify telling someone it's a good investment for you to select this place to be. And so some of those things, are maybe just some wish list things that we think need to be looked at. And we're here to help. We're not here to complain. We're open to helping with anything we can. We always have been. And so anything we can do to help y'all along with anything that's going on, we're here for that. And that's all I got.
Rosemary, I just wanted to tell you how much we appreciate what you do, your team, your board of directors, your volunteers are an outstanding group in Aransas Pass, and look at everything that you do.
We couldn't do it without volunteers and the chamber businesses that believe in what we do. It takes a lot of resources, and we have a lot of really great support. But we also like to make things happen, and we like to see the results of those things. So, making sure that we have welcome signs and wayfinding, and maybe a central place for people to go into the harbor to direct everybody through. And we have several entrances, but if we could focus on one, clean it up, make a big welcome sign, and draw traffic in there, then that's going to give us the traffic counts also that we need.
Thank you. I know your collaboration with not only with the city, but with the county and the state is remarkable for our city, because you are to me, in my mind, you're one of the biggest cheerleaders, or the biggest cheerleader that we have for Aransas Pass, and the amount of time and energy and effort that you put into your hometown is outstanding.
Thank you,
and we applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, really good job.
Thank you. Any questions? Nope. Say no. No.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Rosemary, for everything you do,
Thank you.
and your team.
Yep. What, are we done?
You have an agreement.
Oh,
Approve it.
I make a motion, okay, to approve a publicity and tourism agreement between the city and Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce for the use of funds for the hotel occupancy tax.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, with Bruce.
Make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it.